This is Drew, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. Fragrance I want to talk about today is long since coming. It should have been already up here. It's called Pacific Chill by Louis Vuitton. Of course, we're going to break it down when we come back, see what's what, and we'll go from there. Welcome to Fragonomics, the destination where confidence starts with a spray. We want you to smell unforgettable and stand out wherever you go. Here, smelling good is not just a fragrance. It's also your signature. Let's talk about it. All right, we got Louis Vuitton pulled up, Pacific Chill here on Fragonomics. Let's see what it's supposed to be. The main cores are citrus, fruity, aromatic, green, fresh, spicy, and sweet. I don't see the price on here, but I can already tell you, I already know what it costs. It's $340 for a bottle plus tax. And I know that's eye-watering, but we're gonna talk about it. And it goes into, let's see, Pacific Chill is a aromatic, fruity fragrance that's unisex. It was launched in 2023. Then it gets into the nose behind it. And let's go down here and see what these notes. This thing is full of notes. It's got citron, mint, orange, lemon, blackcurrant, and coriander. Let's see, the middle notes are apricot, basil, carrot seeds, and it says May rose. And then you get down to the base, it's fig, dates, and ambergris. Let's see what people got to say about it. If anything, I always like to check and see what kind of feedback before, I get too deep in it or whatnot. I don't see a lot of feedback on it, but it does say the rating is a 4.46 out of 5. with 3,283 votes. That's a pretty good sample size to give you an idea of what this thing smells like. But let's get it on the test strip, see what's popping. As we talked about earlier, this right here is a 2023 release as far as this, and this is what the bottle looks like. Has a green tint to it or whatnot. Glass, magnetic cap on it. It's definitely not enough to hold the bottle, but it's definitely magnetic. And as you can see, you can get your initials engraved on it if you go down to Louis Vuitton and get it yourself. So let's go ahead and get it on the strip, even though I know what it is. But as you can see, it's got some work. But let's look at what the sprayer looks like. Plenty of it comes out, pressurized. At this price point, it should jump out and jump on you. But hey, we're not gonna get into that. Let's just talk about what it smells like. And Lord have mercy, it's kicking up already.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
All right. Right off the bat, and I ain't even got brain to my nose. This thing ain't doing but walking dog. You know what I'm saying?
God damn!
You get that citron, orange, lemon. Oh my God, that black currant. Got a little mint to give it that crisp pop or whatnot off the top. To me, it almost gives it like a slight tea note. That's what I get off the top, but I think it's that mint mixed in with that coriander to give it that. But that citron, orange, lemon, black currant gonna give it that rich citrus right up top. Now, the closer you get it to my nose, whatnot, I definitely pick up that apricot. I don't get a lot of the carrot seeds. It's a little bit of rose in the back, but not enough really to even mention, if you ask me, because I can sense something floral, but it's not enough to even mention. Now, I will say, let me go ahead and let it dry down a little bit, because this thing it's got a little bit of whiff to it. Now, the closer I get, it's starting to dry down. I am picking up some of the fig dates going on in the back, the little bit of the heaviness, but this is not a heavy scent. This thing right here is just waiting for the summer. Once it hits skin, I'm telling you, it gets even better than what it does on the strip. My bottle, I bought this. Actually, I ordered this when it first came. I pre-ordered it, and when it came in, I went and picked it up because I had gotten a sample when I was down at, before, and put some on my skin, walked around the mall, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta have this. Like I said, this is made for the summer. This right here is summer written all over it. I'm gonna tell you right now. But as we know, for $340 plus tax, and that's if you go down there and pick it up. If you order it, which I never suggest doing, they're gonna add another $30 to $40 on it to put it in a nice Louis Vuitton, the orange box with the bow on it, and send it to you. And my thing is, usually I don't keep the bags as far as the Louis and whatnot. I'm more concerned about the scent. So on this one, if you decide this is something you want to splurge for, this one, just go pick it up. I'm telling you right now. But I'm gonna be honest with you, you don't have to buy this one up front, because if you go in, and talk to the people real nice, they are pretty good about giving you 2 or 3 samples, you can check it out. And when you get there, all the bottles are sitting in the middle of the store. As soon as you walk in, most of them seem to be set up the same. You kind of bow to the right a little bit, because they have like a divider in the middle where the purses and whatnot are on this wall. Then they got purses inside the cabinet over here, but right in the middle of the store on the right-hand side, they got all their scents around this oblong table, whatnot, where you can go and basically, spray to your heart's delight. You don't even, you don't have to ask. Nobody's gonna be in that bucket. They'll ask you, if you need some help, let me know. But they're not hovering on you. What you gonna buy? They don't do that. They kind of lay back, and let you come to them. And I like that. That gives me a chance to experience the fragrance the way I want to. I could put 2 sprays or 10. They don't give you a lot of hell. So with this, I would say with any of the Louis, they're so expensive. Go in and sample them. If you got a Louis Vuitton close by, I don't suggest buying samples online. They are expensive. And I do plan on, in the near future, I'm in the process of setting up a website, also so that some of the guys that follow me may want to sample some of these scents that can't get to Louis, or, a lot of these scents that you can't get samples or whatnot. But even at my cost, it's still expensive. So I wouldn't suggest just going out and buying the samples if you have a Louis place somewhere close by where you can get it, because they'll give you the samples for free, and they're pretty good about it, because I think a lot of them work on commission, so they're extra nice. But back to the scent real quick. Even after this 5 minutes or so, this thing is still kicking up. I've worn it plenty of times, as you can see. You see this bottle has gotten some work to it, and when it run out, I'm gonna go down there and refill it. Because another thing about Louis, it used to be a situation where if you bought it, like I would say probably a year ago, all these bottles was like $300. You could go down there and, with the bottle, and they would refill it for half the price. Now, they can charge you $340, but the refill is gonna still cost you $200. Now, there are alternatives to this that we're gonna go over later on in the channel, or them, whatnot. But as for now, we're gonna talk about this one. I think it's great. To me, this has been a 10 out of 10 compliment monster for me. Now, I know a lot of guys throw it around, hey man, this one's great, everything smells good. Everything does not smell good. This is one of my top compliment getters. This is right up there for me with a lot of the mind game scents. Because a lot of these scents, every time I wear them, somebody has something to say. And I'm not gonna lie, all of these scents like this, they're so fresh, so clean, and to me, and this is just to my nose, they have a uniqueness about them. But they're not gonna last all day because they're fresh. These are scents that I would say you would add with, an essential molecule, ISO-E super type deal. You would put that on your skin first and then put this on top. Me, I like wearing this with the molecular one with the mandarin, because it adds another layer of orange. So it gives it an extra boost, and it makes that top note last that much longer. But to me, like I said, this is a 10 out of 10. This one, I will keep in my collection as long as I'm breathing. I think it's pretty much, it's expensive scent, but for me, it was worth it. Screams high heat. The hotter, the better. Anything over 75, 80 degrees, this is hit. I would say this is another, you're gonna have to go crazy. It's another 8 to 12 sprays, because none of these fresh is gonna last you all day. I get a smooth 4 to 5 hours out of it, and I can still smell it within a foot and a half. That's been my experience. Now, depending on your skin chemistry, yours may be a little different. I'm not gonna lie, I sweat a lot. My skin tends to eat up most of these fragrances. This one, it doesn't eat up. I'll tell you, it lasts. And I'm not gonna say all these fragrances should be beast mode. You should be able to put one spritz on and it lasts all day. Freshes don't work like that. So please get that out of your mind. Anybody try to tell you, oh man, this is 8, 10 hours, they're telling you a lie. Now, I will say, I've actually got whiffs of this after 8 hours. When you put your skin right on your nose, I could still tell it was there. But it's not poofing anymore, and nobody else can smell it unless they, hugging you and putting the nose right on your skin. That's the only way gonna pick it up. This is another one that I keep decants. I wear it, as you can see. You know, I've had it when it first came out, and even with all the scents, you see the dent that's in the bottle. So if you see a bottle like this is one that's getting that work. I don't just say it smells good because somebody gave me the scent, you know, and promised me freebies if you'll give it a good review. That's not what I do here. If it's right, I'm gonna tell you, this right here, the women love it. You know, if you're into compliments from the opposite sex or whatnot, something like this on a clean body.
The soap and water take care of all of that, so keep your ass clean.
Gotta say it. Gotta be freshly washed. You know, you can dress this one up, dress it down. This is versatile. This right here is spring, summer. You can even push this into the fall and it's gonna still hit. Hell, I wore it in the wintertime, even though it didn't push. I love the scent, I love the profile. You know, I put it on a couple of times, but you know, it's really not made for that. It's made for perspiration. But in the summertime, this thing is gonna zing. And don't let a good gust of wind hit you or whatnot. Oh my God. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, this particular one, I wore this one time and a woman said it smelled so good that she had to go home and get herself right. She had never smelled nothing quite like it.
Damn!
So I'm just being honest. I'm kind of telling y'all my business. I was like, well, darn, you know what I mean? And cause some of them are okay, some of them are good, and some of them, like this, they kind of exceed expectation. Now with that, let's wrap it up. I'll holler at y'all at the next one.